Y'all wanna know something that nobody's ready for in 2025 except for those who already seem to fucking know it? Black people are the aboriginals of every continent.
I used to hate black people so much.
Japanese people love waves. Inspired by the black community, some people in Japan try to replicate waves by perming their hair. A specialist barber uses metal heating tongs and a comb to twist rows of hair follicles into mini curls. The mini curls replicate thick afro hair and create the waves look. The full process includes a scissor buzz cut and perm and takes around 1 hour to complete. After perming the hair, the barber washes the client's hair and leaves the customer with waves that last as long as 2 months. Would you do this?
I don't want to hurt nobody. But there's one thing. That
R&B 큰 거라고.
야, 바이브가!
와 근데 저는 블랙 가스펠 진짜 좋아하거든요.
뭐 누군지 몰라.
그 가스펠이 그 성가대 음악인데 일반 가스펠이 있고 그 블랙 가스펠 그 흑인 교회 분들이 노래 부르시는 게 있는 게 그 듣고 있으면 약간 콘서트 같아.
나는 노래를 듣고 있는 줄 알았어.
Baby, baby, would you really go ahead and would you go ahead and just cry?
와,
너무 또 닭살 돋았어 나 씨.
와.
아니 목에 에코 달리는 것 같아.
약간 입이 안 돼.
그러니까 저 넓은 공간 다 채운다는 거.
que es lo principal.
Así es.
Manicero, mani. Si te quedas te la van a divertir. Cómprame un cucuruchito de mano.
Mira el color que veía.
Y ahí llegó el manicero.
소리가 꽉 차네. 한 1km 밖에서 듣고 올 것 같은데.
나 저런 분들이 부르는 길거리라면은 기쁘게 이어폰 안 꽂고
나도
돌아다닐 수 있을 것 같아.
이어폰 필요 없어.
돈 주고 들어야 될 것 같아.
Y-O-U-N-G-J-R, that's my name on your paper. I'm back cause I'm the major. Came back with a bigger attitude. 눈 반쯤 감았다가 떴다 가로 여가 도망가 가만히 가 구별이 안 가나 그냥 뜨거운 감자 몰라 어디든 올라가 있으니 잘 봐봐라. 백이면 백이고 캡이면 캡이지 힙합인 게 무슨 왕장이냐. 예의도 안 갖추고 제끼고 댐비고 관심 없어 남의 동네 싸움. 겸손이 위선이라 불리지언정 무대 아래 자연스레 허리 구부려. 눈말 vote 달았어 그만 주물러. When I hop on this beat every day's your birthday mommy. 24인간 크기만치 넌 퍼진 넌나 손 안에까지 쳐줄게 니가 원한 굳이 가래 많은 벽을 가져와 놔도 봐 빨리 깔리거나 갈아두는 것만이 네 모토라면 절대 나오지 말게 show me the 21, that's my age when I got this necklace that I got a logo. Hey, 목걸이 또는 자리가 가진 님이 나보다 큰 적이 전에 없었대. Rap my life no matter what people say. 최고의 양분이 돼. 나의 성공이 전혀 비협이 아닌 하나의 기본인 거를 필히 알아둬야만 해. 그래야만 해, 배워야만 해. 재와 너의 가수량을 비교 말아야만 해. 말을 씨가 듣고 칼을 뽑고 입을 벌리는 자에게 비가 내린다는 거를 알아야만 해. 초연하게 해, 믿어야만 해. 주사위 던지람 주변에 손이 걸어야만 해. Pull it out if you got a weapon then use it for the culture. 흉초 try to make it all happen.
Yo, so we back in here for another edition of F-ya-Motha, and I'm not a fucking hater, so I will say she was riding the beat. However, because I don't know what the fuck she was saying, then there's that. This episode I'm gonna talk about is this flattery? Should we be flattered, or are these people culture vultures? Me personally, I think it's a mix of both. I think it's flattery. I think some of them, this woman possibly genuinely likes the black people. The video I played before, you got people, I don't know if I think they were Korean or Japanese, one of the two, but they were listening to R&B and they was fucking with it, right? And then you got my man saying he used to hate black people But then his grandma put him up on some games, said, yo, chill the fuck out with all that stuff. Took some food to some black people. And then you got the video of the, I think he was Chinese, getting his hair texturized and then cut, and like changing the texture of his hair. This is like a perm, right? And so he can get his shit faded. Or was he getting it? Wave perm in Japan. He was getting his hair wave permed, and then you get it rollered, and then they cut your hair, and then they hit it with the clippers to give it that wavy look, right? We ain't did that shit since 1999. It'll be ironic, a lot of the shit that they do, they be behind in at times. Like, niggas don't even wear waves no more. Like, you might see a nigga here or there. That was like the shit we did in the early 1900s. That was the shit we did like in the early 90s, early to late 90s, between 92 and 98. After that, niggas didn't really, you know what I'm saying, niggas didn't really wear waves. Hell, Nas hasn't wore waves in what, 10 years? Been having a little stupid little twist in his. I hate that shit, looks stupid. Or what does he got, braids? One of the two. So yeah, like, I think some people, and I'm on a case by case, that maybe you fucks with us, right? Maybe you're not a racist. Maybe you're not doing the culture just so that you can siphon and make money off of it. I like to give everybody the benefit of the doubt, because while there are some despicable clout chasing culture vulture motherfuckers like Vlad, there are some people that genuinely they fucks with us, right? They like the culture, they like the music, they like the slang, they like the history. They fucking with it, right? But for every one person that fucks with the culture, it's about 1,000 of these leeches just waiting their turn to suck the culture dry to see what they can get. Sort of like Bad Bunny. Nigga raps in Spanish, can't understand what the fuck he's saying, nor do we give a fuck about what he's saying. But he used hip-hop. I didn't see that nigga use reggaeton. Now, I'm sure he does reggaeton because he's Puerto Rican. But yeah, that's not what he's known for. He's known for getting in the game. Cardi B gave him a feature on that song, I Like It Like That, and the rest was history. I mean, I'm assuming he got to where he's at, and he's elevated because he kissed that man. What was it, the Music Awards or some shit a few years ago? Yeah, he was kissing a dude. Now he got a bitch. I don't know these things. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Maybe he's bisexual, right? Or maybe somebody had him do a dick suck ritual. We don't know these things. What I do know is that for every one person that's genuinely like messing with the culture, it's about 1,000 you roach motherfuckers like creeping out of nowhere to take advantage of the culture because you have no culture or you lack any semblance of culture. And I'm just keeping 100. Like, I'm not a hater, but a lot of people don't have, or they have a very what's the word for it? They have a real, not a well-defined they don't have a well-defined culture, right? Ours is well-defined and like it's strong, so people, you know, they gravitate towards it. But you got to know that for every one person that gravitates towards it, it's about 1,000 motherfuckers who's trying to see what they can benefit off of using the culture. And like, we just keep it 100. I'm a realist. Like I said, tell people I am not a pessimist and I am not optimist. I'm a cynic. So I don't look at the glass as half full or half empty. I just look at it like, yo, why is it pissing my motherfucking glass? Like, that's what I want to know. You know what I'm saying? In the words of Machiavelli, the question that everybody wants to know is why they get this nigga started. Yeah, like, I'ma just, you know, like, keep it 100. A lot of people don't say how they really feel, but because this is my culture and I feel the incessant need to gatekeep it, because I've seen so many roach ass people come in the game. You know, you be around long enough and you see people and you see them pivot and what they ultimately become, and it's just like, yeah, now we gotta stop that shit. You know what I'm saying? All the people that can't weaseled in the game like Vanilla Ice and took that money and put it in real estate, and now there's no semblance of hip hop with this dude. People like Post Malone come in the game with songs titled White Iverson, and now they do folk music or country music, one of the two. I think it's the same shit. People like Eminem, how you came in the game, get co-signs by Dr. Dre, and 25 years later, this nigga rarely does songs with other black artists. I mean, he does his part, so I'm not gonna bash him too hard. But people like Miley Cyrus come in the game, do features with Nicki Minaj and several other artists, popping her skinny ass skeleton body up on stage, and then going in interviews talking about she was doing drugs and it was the drugs that made her twerk and, you know what I'm saying, act wild and shit. It's just like, nah. Because now you're making our culture look fucked up, trying to say that it was the drugs and the culture that got you acting like an ass when you just a drug addict that was within our culture and nobody gatekeep. So now we left to sit back and have the negative reputation on our culture, right? One, drug culture is not black culture. Maybe weed and alcohol and a little cocaine here or there. Not for me, but I know niggas that have done cocaine. That whole pill shit, niggas wasn't on that. Some white nigga turned them on to that, and I have reason to believe it probably was Mac Miller. You know what I'm saying? All that Percocet popping, opioid, niggas didn't do pills. Before 2015, niggas was on that pill wave. Not like that. Every now and again, a nigga did a Vicodin or, you know what I'm saying, a Percocet or a Valium or a Xan. And niggas wasn't out here just popping pills in 2014. I know because I sold weed. Hung around niggas that did drugs. Yeah, it puts a stain on our culture when people come in and infiltrate it. And then they go off and tell publications or outlets that the despicable shit was because they was under the they was hypnotized under the influence of our culture. It's like, nah, put that shit on white culture, right? Keep that trifling shit over there. That's another thing. A lot of trifling shit I've noticed from other cultures has seeped into my culture. That's not to say I wasn't never no twerking, no booty popping, no Lou lascivious shit. But we just gonna say ever since the two cultures have been merging, and that's white and black, it's gotten like even to the music executives, right? Bunch of Jewish white dudes pushing the most degenerate filth. I at least give like the predecessors, people that controlled the industry, you know what I'm saying, the Jewish white dudes, Leo Cohen, who else, the Steve Rifkins and Julie Greenwald and Sylvia Cohen and all these other people within the music industry. At least they had fucking taste, right? They had balance and taste. So these new motherfuckers like to push the bullshit and the degenerate filth to the forefront, while neglecting the talented, conscious, uplifting music in the back. So yeah, you gotta be very wary of these fucking outsiders, because it may not be genuine. That's all I'm gonna say. But if it is, the girl that was spitting, keep doing your thing, and I'm out.